A full boob.
Alright. Okay, I got the audio. Now I need to figure out if the things are right. So, Brad talk.
Check. Check, check, check. Do you hear me?
I see your bar moving.
Do you hear me now? Every now and then you
I
can
don't
listen
see
to
mine
me.
moving.
Hear me now. Ring, ring, ring.
I'm fully aware, Sam.
Ring, ring, ring.
All right, you guys should be good.
Can you hear us now?
Good. Well, let's see if we got
They
any.
weren't hooked up for some reason.
Oh.
The microphone.
Ring, ring, ring. There we go. Now we're back on.
Banana phone.
Sorry about that, guys.
We got a new guy working the seat.
First time.
All right, let's try this again. Welcome back to OK Friends. Last Sunday for us until next year.
Before we go to Wednesday.
Well, not next
Not
year,
really
but-
next year. What? September?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brad gave Nate a shout out at Nowadaga.
Yep. Shout out to Nate at Nowadaga. Not here. I bet he is pooped. But it was a long weekend. I just got back from Vegas on Friday.
Win big?
Nope.
Damn.
Lost pretty big.
So we got Sam saying there it is for the sound. Brittany said banana phone, and Sam said hi, friends.
Banana phone.
We opened up lake season over the weekend.
Sorta.
Sorta. We had some technical difficulties, just like
As
the show.
expected.
Technical difficulties happen. It's nobody's fault, really.
It is when Mark's in town.
Yeah. This one, though, I feel like could have been avoided.
Probably.
I believe the mentioning of checking the
I
microphones.
was already started.
I believe our producer said that was
I've
unnecessary.
never had an issue with the sound before.
Nate, if you end up joining us, we'd like to hear about your Talladega experience.
Yeah.
If not, we'll hear about it Wednesday.
Yeah. Talk about it. Let's give them something to talk about.
We did bring up the draft. Everybody seemed pretty happy with the draft. Now I'm ready for football season. I just don't want the summer to go too quick.
Nope. Do not rush the summer. Let's don't do that. And speaking of the summer in the lake, seems like everybody's okay, but prayers to those that were involved in a fire near our landing.
Huge fire.
4 mobile homes / campers. But from what it sounds like, nobody was injured and everything's good to go.
Hopefully,
Items can be replaced.
people cannot. I think there's only one person or one place being lived in at the moment. Everything else was no one was up there, right?
They haven't been up there yet. That's good.
I think that was it. I hope at least.
Well,
It just sucks.
yeah, it does suck. It's a
Lose all your
shitty
shit,
situation,
but
but
if no one got hurt, that's a great day.
I'd rather replace a bed than a person.
I don't think you can replace a person.
I mean, you could. Technically, I could replace an okay friend if I had to.
Wow.
I would call it. I would call it my new okay friend.
I don't think you could. I don't think you could replace me.
You're irreplaceable.
I mean, you could get someone to sit here, yes, but
Yeah.
you couldn't like actually replace me.
You're right.
Either you love me or you hate me.
We're still debating on which one we all like. Mark, what do you prefer?
I don't know.
Love or hate?
Plead the fifth.
Plead the fifth. You know what? That's a good idea. I also plead the fifth.
Don't worry, guys. I'll make your next drinks for you. Don't you worry. Don't you worry.
You won't make Mark's next drink because he likes to put the mixer in first.
Maybe just today's not the day.
I like to put
We-
my lemonade in, and then the vodka.
We should have known it was going to be bad when
So it's really your guys' fault.
Mark filled up his cup with a regular beverage and then put the alcohol in it afterwards.
And started with a straw, with a
With
knife,
knife.
with not
With a
even a
knife.
straw, a knife.
And it wasn't really stirring, it was more of a stab.
Yeah, like a he just kind of stabbed at it.
Push ice down.
Oh, you was drowning the ice cubes?
Yeah.
So what's really dark here?
You really drown an ice cube.
No, they float.
Well, if you hold it down,
You can dunk it, technically.
if you hold it under, it's drowning.
Yeah, well, no.
People float.
Yeah. Until you hold them under.
And
Is that what you were saying?
yeah, I mean,
Oh, alrighty then. Well, I guess we've learned Mark gets a case of the Mondays on Sunday.
Yeah.
we did bring up a question over the weekend. Would you rather burn alive or drown? Or buried alive? Like, if you had to pick, if you
Is the first burn alive different than the second burn alive?
buried alive.
Oh, okay.
Nobody can see. I wish you could have seen Mark's face. Because I heard burn alive also.
Yeah,
I'm like, that was 2
I
times.
was like, man,
Damn, that's
I feel like he's really pushing that burn alive.
Like if you had to choose a way to go,
They would suck, but I would.
both or all three?
All three of them would suck, I guess. I keep thinking burn alive and burn alive.
Ah,
Probably. I don't know.
I didn't answer because I don't know either.
Faster? Well, burn would just hurt.
I would
it'd be painful before you died.
yeah, I would say drown.
They say drown
I
is
think-
pretty painful.
I would rather drown because
I feel like drowning, you would like fall asleep more than like.
that's what I would assume.
I mean, you're not gonna fall like take a nap while in the water. You're gonna pass out from the lack of oxygen before anything.
But being buried alive, I don't think I can do that. I think I'd go crazy. And
That's when you.
How far buried alive with what? Because like, are you buried alive with like cement on you or just like dirt?
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, if I bury you 8 feet deep alive in a box,
Yeah, but then you were gonna die from the compression of the weight.
or a steel box.
I don't know. Or like, are you in a coffin that you're buried alive, or are you just thrown into?
You know what? I didn't think that far into this. I'm sorry.
You're gonna ask me a question.
All right.
Already.
It's a blue casket with red velvet inside with a little tiny pillow, and it does not have a light.
Mm-hmm. The pillow seems nice. But I don't know. Buried alive would probably be the longest way.
Would you panic?
Probably.
I'm not claustrophobic, but I feel like I would be shortly after
In
that.
situation.
Shortly after that.
There'd be no way to because there's no way out.
Yeah.
The wood box, you got a shot.
And if I happen to ever get out of it, my rest of my life I'd be claustrophobic.
All right, maybe we should talk about something happy.
Yeah.
We should have
All right,
happy,
or
happy talks because
option 4, tickled to death.
that's not a thing.
You can't get tickled to death. It's just a good time.
I don't like being tickled.
I don't either. I hate my feet being touched.
That's how I am.
Same. The bottom of my feet, don't touch them.
Yeah.
Leave 'em
You're
alone.
probably gonna get kicked in the
Yeah,
face.
good, very good possibility.
We all agree to something.
Yeah, I've been wanting to go get a
Pedicure?
petty, but I don't think I could.
I couldn't do it. Nothing about that seems interesting to me.
I don't think I could do it.
I heard they're good for your feet, but
Yeah, but no, because they grab hold of them things.
well, every time I have to cut my big toenail,
I would have tears in my eyes because I laughed so hard.
I feel like I'm doing surgery every time I have to cut my big toenail because
Shit.
the corners of them, they dig in and
When you got an itch on the bottom of your foot, it's the worst. It's the absolute worst.
now I can touch you my own bottom of the foot,
It don't bother me when.
but
Oh, I hate
somebody else doing it. So you
Like,
just
if
be
you-
there tickling yourself.
Got an itch. If I have an itch, I was like, I got to go as hard as I possibly can.
Be like anti-tickling.
Yeah, because it's bad.
I'm gonna make
I
you
hate it.
a sandpaper welcome mat for inside the house.
Yes, please.
So you can just rub your feet
Yes.
on it to itch.
It's almost like a pedicure.
Yeah.
But I've always wanted to get one. I just don't think I could sit through it.
We should do one live one day.
I feel sorry for whoever's giving me a pedicure because it's going to be rough. But then again, maybe we all get over that. It's like facing your fears.
What if we just put body Novocaine all over our feet?
I mean,
I don't know.
numbing cream, and then we'd really be walking funny.
Well, we should wait till we're sitting down to do it.
You gotta get up eventually.
So how long does this stuff last?
He'd just be out there flopping like.
Imagine trying to walk.
Get dragged out of the chair because you can't walk.
We'll go with,
I want to do that. Let's do that next time.
or we'll go with the wheelchairs.
Next on Wednesday, we need Mark to be a guest. Before we start, we're gonna put numbing cream on his feet and have him walk around the room.
I don't think so.
You know,
Horrible idea.
Or the best time.
we don't have
ever.
to touch your feet. We'll just squirt a whole bunch in your sock, and you put your sock on.
Wet socks?
You wouldn't feel it.
Yeah, he wouldn't even know.
I would know.
I don't know. If you make your drink, you just take a drink of it before you stab at it, and then you're just having a shot of vodka.
There you go.
It's true.
Vodka.
I think that would be entertaining.
I don't know.
I'd find it
I think it
funny.
would definitely be weird to walk with.
Yeah.
I mean, have you ever had your legs fall asleep?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you try to walk, you about fell.
And then you get them tinglings.
Yeah.
Those tinglings are the worst.
Needles and stuff.
It's the worst.
The worst is your foot falls asleep and you try to get up and you don't realize how bad it is
Yeah,
until
especially
you take that step.
after you got done shitting.
Yeah.
You're trying to put yourself back together. Your foot is asleep, or feet,
Sit on the pot a little bit too long.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I gotta go.
and either one or two of them are asleep. Oh, that's a mess.
I remember, I think I broke my big toe last year or the year before. The girls were getting off the bus and I forgot to unlock the front door. And I was sitting weird for some reason, and I had my slides on. And when I got up, my foot was asleep. And when I got up, my slide went one way, my foot bent, and my toe bent back underneath my foot. And I stepped, I fell. Oh, God, it hurt so bad. It's a dumb way to break your toe, but good times.
Yeah, that's
Good
that's
times.
something. I like it. I want to numb Mark's feet.
This is Brad's new fetish, numbing
We should-
Mark's feet.
Let's have a beer Olympics, and that's part of it.
Get the run down with the
cup,
beer
yeah, flip cup with numbing cream on your feet
or on your hands.
or on your hands.
Playing beer pong with that? Do I?
So that would be a weird one too. Trying to do anything with your hands if they're not.
I feel like you'd have to hold it like this and like double shoot it.
Definitely throw off your hand-eye coordination, I would think.
Why?
Why your hand-eye coordination?
Because you have to be able to,
Wouldn't it just be your coordination?
you know, because you see.
Do you?
So when your hand is numb, it affects your sight.
You don't know if you're actually doing it.
I know what you're trying to say, but
There's only one way to find out.
want to play a game.
Gary.
The floor's covered in razor blades.
That would be interesting.
Definitely
But outside of that, if all of us didn't hate our feet being touched, would you go get pedicures if you could handle it?
I'd do it once just to see.
I don't think so.
Why?
I don't know. I just,
Do you ever get the ingrown toenails like in your big toe and stuff?
no, not my big toe.
Really?
Yeah,
I get them all the time on big toe.
probably.
Huh. But it's supposed to help with that and shit.
Huh. 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 Get the sanding on it. 'Cause, I mean, my feet aren't. They're kind of. My heels are a little rough at the moment, but usually they're not. Maybe that's why my feet are so ticklish.
Maybe.
You just need to pick a summer and don't wear any shoes. To the rocks and everybody get you
What
some
am I,
country
the
boy feet.
Fucking Flintstones? No, thank you.
Get you some country boy
No,
feet.
thank you. I mean, I could just walk around the landing on the gravel.
I remember when I used to stay at my cousin's house. They live in the country in Columbus, he would be running up and down the gravel driveway barefooted and shit. And I'm like,
That's how my cousin was too. He would run right over rocks and not even affect it. I'd fall down when I was running if I stepped on a freaking stick.
now Rock could take us out a weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. Now we go down, we're busting something other than just our feet. Probably a dislocated shoulder, maybe a collarbone.
How did Brad break his arm? Rock.
Running on a rock.
Someone threw a rock at him? No, he tripped on a rock.
Stepped on a rock.
Good stuff.
Casual stroll.
Casual stroll, no shoes. Trying to toughen my feet up. Is that a thing? Is that a thing?
Toughen your feet up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Sure
so.
it is.
Here's another. Let's talk while we're talking about pain. You have tattoos. You have tattoos. You guys think they hurt?
I don't have tattoos.
You don't have any tattoos?
No.
I thought you had one.
He's got none. Do I think they hurt?
Yeah.
Initially, no. But if they're in the same spot after a while, they do start to hurt.
Huh.
But like the one on my calf didn't really bother me that much. The one that hurt the most was my cross because he was in the same area for like a half hour.
How long did you sit for that?
2 hours, 2.5,
How long did you sit for your calf?
maybe an hour.
I think they hurt.
Yeah, but
Initially, I don't think they do. I think it's towards the end when you're sitting there, it starts to hurt
I
more.
think they just hurt from the rip.
all of them the same, or do some hurt more than the others?
Some definitely hurt more than
Oh,
others.
yeah.
Because you got some in it, they're actually like on your bone and stuff.
Yeah,
Those
like-
have hurt more.
The part of this ditch
Yeah.
sucked.
Yeah,
Was
Where there was nothing there.
It was absolutely brutal. But that whole, for some reason, that whole little area. Shut up. But that whole little area sucked for me the whole time. I don't know why.
Really?
But it was bad.
Do you have one that didn't hurt at all? Or you just like, oh,
No,
that
there's
was
no
nothing?
such thing.
Really?
Yeah. And that's what I'm trying to tell people. We were getting ours in Vegas, and they're like, oh, I barely felt that. I'm like, huh? No. Maybe I just have a low pain tolerance.
Like the only time that this one hurt is I got a Charlie horse mid tattoo and my calf just
I
balled
remember
up.
you telling me that.
Oh yeah, so I said stop, and my calf just looked like a fist, just all balled up, and I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, that would suck.
That one, my calf hurt after about. I mean, it hurt the whole time. Don't get me wrong. When I say hurt, I'm not talking like.
And
Yeah,
that's why I said
you're not like.
in the beginning. No, like
I'm not saying you're in deathly amount of pain, but you definitely.
you definitely feel
It
it.
definitely sucks.
Right.
But after about 2.5 hours, like he was doing the back of my, it made my feet sweat.
Do you do anything when you're getting yours?
What do you mean?
Do you just freaking sit there and look at the room?
It depends. I was on my phone when
I heard people.
he was doing my calf because I had to lay down, and that wasn't the most comfortable position.
I
Anyway.
just heard like if you listen to like music that you're into or something, it kind of takes a lot of it away.
I mean,
I don't know
I usually talk. I usually talk with you
Your
quite a
body's
bit.
wandering, it's not thinking about.
what you're doing. I don't know. I got in some ways I got like higher tolerance for
Like
pain,
you
but
said, ours in Vegas did not hurt at all. You couldn't feel it, but it didn't hurt. You could feel it, but it didn't hurt.
maybe for you it hurt Brad.
It
Lies.
hurt Brad. Don't speak for Bradley.
And it was little.
I don't know. I want to get
Probably my shortest one ever. That was my shortest tattoo.
And it hurt.
Yeah.
Well, you got it on basically just the.
Yeah, but that's not supposed to hurt.
Well, there's not much there, and it's, you just hit more nerves underneath your arm.
I guess.
I got a buddy. He has tattoos like all over his body. He said the worst pain he's ever felt in his entire life is when he had the top of his head tattooed because it's just banging in his
I bet it did hurt.
Yeah, he said that is by far the worst.
Have you ever seen people that got their eyes tattooed?
Like your eyeballs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I don't understand. Like, I don't know how anybody could go through that.
No. Because that's not really a tattoo. That's just him
Does
injecting
it have?
ink into your eye, basically.
Yeah, I guess. I was gonna say, does your eye have pain?
I mean,
Yeah.
But it would. 'Cause,
Yeah, you ever been poked in the eye?
Let me poke you in the eye real quick and tell me
I
if it
know,
hurts.
no,
Oh, mother.
I thought that after I said it.
So why don't you have tattoos? You just have no desire, or
No,
you haven't found one you really
I just
want?
haven't- I don't know if I have found somebody to be able to do. Like, I don't know what I want exactly, and then I don't want to be stuck with it.
If you don't like it.
Yeah. And then I want to make sure I find somebody that's good because I've seen some pretty screwed up tattoos.
I mean, you go to a shop, most of the time you're going to get some quality.
Yeah.
Obviously, don't go to some shop you never heard of before that no one's ever.
And an honest artist will tell you, like,
They can do it.
I can't do that,
Yeah.
or I don't want to do that. Which I'd rather them say I don't want to than do it, and you're like, the fuck was this?
But if you ever hear, well, hell, I'll try it. Yeah, that's
no,
a no.
you're out. No thanks.
And when it comes to tattoos, you do get what you paid for.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I used to know a lot of the tattoo shops, and now, like, I don't hear much about Truth and Triumph like I used to, because they got all new artists. Bluebird was huge when I was in my early 20s. I don't hear much about them at all anymore. I don't know if they're still around or not.
Probably.
Are they?
The only one I know in Miamisburg.
There was like
I
5,
think the main one was on Wayne Avenue. I think that one's still open.
but there was 3 or 4 of them. So I had a buddy who used to do it, and after he did my calf, he disappeared, and no one's ever seen him since.
Who was that?
My buddy Brian.
Oh, shout out to Broadway Tattoo in Tip City.
I've heard good things about them. That's where he's got.
I'm wearing quite a bit of Broadway tattoo.
That's he's found a good artist there.
From here down, it's all Broadway tattoo. This Shamrock and Words is Broadway tattoo.
Was it the same artist for all of them?
No, this is Brian. John did all this and Remington.
Do they all have like the little specialties at the shop?
Well,
They all do a little different. Like
yeah, basically. But when I went
that's a good
there,
shop.
we went there we talked to Brian about the Shamrock. He was down for it, liked it, could do it, knocked it out. When I went for Remington, he told me, he was like, John will kill this. So he sent me to John, and then when I went back with this angel on my lower arm, he said, John will kill that too. I was like, well, apparently I'm down like John's style, so I'll probably just continue to go to him.
That's good when you go to a shop. They got different ways of doing things. Like I basically knew you get a tattoo, put on your body, whatever, and I actually learned a lot just watching Ink Master. I do know it's a show, but
Like
all the different styles and whatnot and what they call this and that, like actually kind of helps because it helps you determine more what you want.
yeah. I'm more of black and gray. I guess you could say realism, basically. And John absolutely destroys that. So I'll probably stick with him, which sucks. I wanted Brian. I wanted to have him like collab, but if it's not his style,
Then there's
I
no
would rather
point.
him just not if he doesn't want to. Been trying to figure out what to put on the inside.
Right.
Bro, we were playing some games in the casinos. I was thinking I might maybe a dragon.
The dragon.
Might put a dragon in there.
On the inside?
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna do anything on the other arm? Like that one? Like as much like
Up here.
the other side?
I'm gonna cover this. Is gonna get covered,
Is it?
but I have a picture.
Are you getting another Raiders tattoo?
Yeah,
The one?
from the stadium tour.
The one we both took a picture of?
Mm-hmm.
I think it was badass.
I want to. It depends though, because I know it's gonna have to be altered. It depends on how altered it is, because I want the stadium in it. You can pass that down.
Oh yeah.
That was a street artist that painted that picture and donated it to the.
Really?
Yeah, it hangs in the stadium in like one of their clubs. I think they have in there. But I want that, and I don't know how altered it has to be because
How big can you get it?
yeah,
Well, the copyright thing That don't matter.
No, the copyrights don't matter.
But it's getting the stadium big enough to you know what it was. If not, it just looks like he's standing on a platform. If you go too
Right.
small,
Like, I don't know if you'll be able to get all of that in there.
Right.
it would just look like standing on like a podium.
But, I mean, I would be cool with, like, if we had to adjust.
Susan said dice.
She was absolutely anti a regular LV. She wanted us to get LV with a dice.
That would have been cool if you would have did an LV and dice. Like,
She was all about that. But we were all set on regular LV.
you know what would have been dope though? You could have got the 2 dice, 1, 2, like, and the L in the center. And then, what's your guys' anniversary? 26th? Is that right? 27th? Whatever St. Patty's Day is.
17th.
Okay, 17. So you could have did a 1 and then a 7 and the dice with the LV. That could have been cool.
It could have been. That's not what we wanted.
I get it. Mark, I think it's time for you to get tattooed, bud.
I agree.
It's still am.
She's still
I
for it.
want to get one, and I think I know. Like I want to do like a gaming thing because
I figured you would get the Steelers too.
Yeah, I do want to steal one. But
See, like, most of mine, besides my calf, all mine are on my back. So, I mean, I can never see them unless I look in the mirror.
yeah, I don't know. If I'll get them on my back. I think I want like half sleeves. I think. That's what
You should go talk to John.
And I'm thinking it wants to be like characters and stuff, which would kind of be like realism.
I saw him. He was doing one. He showed me right. I don't know if it was right after me, but that day, and it was like a bunch of Mario and stuff. It looked badass, but they wanted something altered in it. And he was like, I don't think that's gonna look good. He showed me. I was like, I think I would leave it how you drew it.
Right.
And he was like, yeah, but they want to alter, so we'll see what it looks like. But I think he would destroy that too. I don't know how he is with color. If you want color,
I don't know. I don't know if I want color or not.
because
I love tattooed with colors, but it's the first thing to fade.
yes, the touch ups and all that. I mean, I think black and gray looks sweet anyway, but I'm partial to that.
It also depends what you're getting. Like, if you're getting something, like, if you weren't a Raiders fan, say you was Dolphins fans or anything like that, like, it makes sense to get color in it.
Yeah, I would probably get a hint of turquoise, but I mean,
But, like,
at Steelers, black and gray or black and white Steelers half sleeve with a little bit of gold would look nasty.
But, like, Nate's first tattoo has, like, a red shading in the back on his forearm. That thing still looks great, but it's never in the sun either, like, because it's on his underneath his arm.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it just depends where you get it,
It's true.
how much exposure it has.
Oh, you got to protect it. You got to put
Maybe
sunscreen
something
on
like
it.
that where it's mostly black and gray that has some color accents.
Or you could do, the red, white, and what is it? Red, white, and the little diamond,
The,
red, white, and black, the little stars.
oh, yeah.
You could do that with the red, white, and what is it? Red, white, and black, or red, white, blue?
Red, white, and blue.
Yeah, the little stars in the Steelers.
Hello?
Is it red,
Gold?
yellow, and white, or red, yellow, gold? I don't know.
Said too many colors now. I'm confused.
But you know what I'm talking about, because I think Mike had that tattoo, doesn't he?
He's got a whole Steelers half sleeve.
Does he now? Okay.
He's got the terrible towel on his inner arm,
It's terrible.
but no gold though.
Oh, really?
All black and white or black and grays. I think John uses a lot of gray than black. Like mine looks black, but it's more gray
Yeah.
used.
But I mean, if you got a good artist and you can actually make out what they're making without the color, then you're
Oh,
all right.
absolutely. You should definitely go check it out. Check them out though. What kind of gaming are you going with?
More like,
Like, are you going like consoles and stuff or characters from games?
not necessarily characters, just like an overall generic, like a ranger, a sorceress, a warrior.
Well, like not Minecraft, but like
Not
World of Warcraft or
necessarily
something.
a
But
specific game. But like I do know I want like the Diablo, the the game Diablo, there's I don't know. I think I have it saved on my, and it's a pretty cool freaking picture. Yeah, I like a warrior.
And the other thing I like about John is,
Like that would be like the middle.
oh, that would be nasty.
Yeah, and then like a ranger and a sorceress on both sides of it, kind of.
That would
Kind of thing.
that would
But
be
I don't
sweet.
know. That'd be a lot of work too.
I mean,
But I've been thinking of that one for a long
it would be a lot of money, but
Right.
that would take sessions. So, and that's why I like John. What I was gonna say is like he'll tattoo like when he did just the guy first, just the angel guy first. He did it in like 2.5 hours, 2.5 hours. He worked so quick,
Really.
and I thought it was gonna be a while because he got in there, and I looked down. It was so small. I was like, oh, this is about to fucking suck. And then next thing I know, he's like, all right, I'll take a quick break. And he was halfway done.
Oh, really?
I was like, holy shit. He's like, yeah, I got in the groove and just started moving. He was like, I'm killing it. So it was about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. And that's about all I've sat with him because by then he's done. So you can embrace the suck for 2 hours.
Right.
And he's not heavy handed and he's so quick. It's just when you get all the way done, you're like, all right, now we got to do the white. You're like, oh, fuck me. Well, usually the white's like 5-10 minutes.
Okay.
He's in and out pretty
That's
quick.
usually worse, the white.
Well, no,
because
it's
he does
just,
that last.
you just
You're already sore.
your arm's already sore, so
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
That's what he does last. But you definitely pop up and talk to him because that would be a cool idea.
Yeah.
I would just get a reference picture of a ranger or whatever else, sorceress, and
Yeah.
you can tell him like if you want him to throw his spin on it, he could do that.
I don't mind them doing that because I know a lot of
and they won't put it on you without them drawing it first.
Yeah, you'll see it.
Yeah.
They won't be like, all right, fuck it.
Yeah,
we'll
you'll
just-
when you go in for your appointment, they'll show you,
Right.
and then you can decide whether to tweak it or not tweak it. But
I don't know. I've definitely thought about it.
I thought for sure you had a Steelers tattoo.
No. I know. Jesse has a whole bunch of. She's got probably 9 or 10, I think.
Little.
Medium size. I mean, she don't have a full sleeve, but she's got a good amount. I'd say. I don't know.
I do want to get more. I just haven't decided what I want.
Definitely an investment
Yeah.
because you got to decide like you go talk to him. Well, he's usually booked out for at least a month,
Oh, really?
and then you get in there like, all right, well that'll be June. Like, do I want to get tattooed in June?
Yeah.
Like when I got this done, it was like Memorial Day weekend. I couldn't get in the water or nothing. I could just sit there and watch. Then I got it finished. And I'm like, still can't get in. I think I got it one time,
Yeah.
and then I had to go back and get it finished. And it was another month after that.
There was no kids and stuff on the water, so you was able to keep your arm
Yeah.
out and don't worry about getting splashed.
Yeah.
I mean, if I get them, I usually get them like fall and winter
Right.
because you don't have to worry as much as about the sun.
Yeah, that's the best time to get them.
Like most of mine on my back, it just sucks freaking sleeping.
Oh, I bet it did.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's being bad.
Not that I don't like to sleep on my back, but this one runs down my arm, so I couldn't sleep on that side, so I had to sleep on this side, and it was just because I got this one, and this one on a weekend. This one was on Saturday, this one was on Sunday, or vice versa. I don't remember which one, so
That's brutal.
I got them both done Easter weekend.
That's brutal. I would have waited. Because I did that similar back to back, and I should have waited.
Mine wasn't
Because
bad.
that in the second round, whew, he lit me up.
Well, it was on both sides, so this side and then this side. So
Second time I was so red. Oh my God, it was brutal. I hurt from minute 1 to minute 2 hours. It sucked.
Really?
I was like, oh boy, this is rough. But usually, and from my experience, usually when I'm done though, when you go home and clean it, I usually don't hurt too bad afterwards.
You're just a little sore. That's
Yeah,
all.
it's usually not terrible.
Almost feels like a freaking muscle you slept on wrong.
Like it didn't never really bother me sleeping. Like I never had that.
I did only because it was hot.
And the one in Vegas, it was weird. I bled, but afterwards.
Really?
I bled during, but I've never bled afterwards, which I thought was weird.
Probably just because it was a tender spot.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if it was a tender spot or the air out there. I don't know what it was, but like they put the bandage on, it was bleeding. It started bleeding, and it wasn't bleeding before they put it on.
Yeah, that's weird.
And we hadn't drank.
Me and Brad would chip in and pay for you if you get a face tattoo.
That's okay.
Absolutely.
I believe it.
I'll pay for it all myself. You let me pick what it is.
Nope.
I don't.
You let me pick the design.
We won't do nothing inappropriate.
Yeah, right.
No, we will. We're gonna shave your eyebrows.
Yeah.
Well,
It'll grow back over it.
I was just saying we're not gonna put like a penis or nothing on it.
Yeah, on his eyebrow. It'll grow back over it.
And then on my cheek, one on my mouth.
No.
He wouldn't do that to you.
No. But over your eyebrow will grow back in and cover it, though.
No.
What if it gets like in an accident where it's like, sir, we have to shave your eyebrow? What the
No,
hell?
there's a wiener
I
there.
feel like that would hurt really bad, though.
Put on your eyebrow?
Yeah.
And then you could pierce it.
Huh?
And then you get your eyebrow piercing.
No.
Yeah. And then you have a pierced testicle.
Dang, have a chain go all the way down.
It's true. Oh, the ideas are just flowing right now.
All right, either look, we'll pay for you to get a Prince Albert or we'll shave your eyebrow and tattoo.
Either one sounds good.
No. I'm getting an eyebrow tattoo before I'm getting a Prince Albert.
Yeah, I think I would do the same thing.
You guys want to pay for my head tattoo?
Yeah.
I've
But
been
I can pick it.
I've been contemplating shaving my head and getting a head
Oh,
tattoo.
really?
Hmm?
I heard that hurts.
Are you
Yeah.
thinking of a specific tattoo or?
I haven't decided yet. For the longest time, I wanted this.
Oh yeah.
Just because you rarely ever shave your head. Is
Yeah,
that
and then when
why?
you shave your head, you just look down. But I don't know. I had contemplated a head tattoo.
Oh, I always heard it hurts.
But I have so much hair, though. Like, I'll shave it, and
A
you
week
won't be able to
later,
see it in a week.
Right.
Unless you just keep shaving your head.
Hmm.
That's the point, right? Until you're an old man and your hair falls out.
Yeah, but then you look like But then, like, people talk shit. Like, oh, I have a head tattoo. Like, so do I. They're like, no, you don't.
Yeah.
Because you have a head full of hair. And then, next thing you know, you have a head tattoo. Like, yeah, you shut your mouth.
Imagine Brad at like 85 years old, his hair's falling out, walking around with a big middle finger with a walker.
By then, I really won't care. I'll be giving zero shits by then. I don't know. I had to think of a design. I would get a head tattoo, though.
Really?
Yes, I would. I don't know if I could sit through it, but I would try.
Right.
I just remember Bam Bam Bigelow to talk about his head tattoo.
I'll probably
He
just
said
have
it
like
was
a dot.
brutal.
I'll probably start one line like, oh, can't do this. Sorry.
Like it's the Earth from super far away. Did you ever see that? Do you ever watch Friends? The show Friends?
Long time ago.
I have.
I was gonna say because I know what Phoebe got a tattoo and it's just a dot. It's like it's Earth from really far away.
There's a lot of. I've heard them tell stories in the shop where they were talking about some guy. They were doing one tattoo on a guy, and he did one line, and the dude was like, "Nope," and just got up, and never came back.
Really?
Yeah, he's like, "Can't do it."
Did they charge him?
About that.
We got some chats, bro.
Brittany said, if you cry over a small one on your arm, how are you going to sit through a head tattoo?
That's a good
Valid
question.
point.
That's a good question.
Randy, maybe you should do something while you're getting the tattoo, take his mind off
I
it.
haven't figured that out yet.
Maybe you should be a team player.
I would say numbing cream, but from what I've heard with that is, it's cool while it lasts, but once that wears off,
Everything comes
you
back.
feel everything.
Yeah.
I bet that is brutal.
Mm,
At least when you're done, you're done.
right.
All right.
You're not done and then it wears off. You're like, now I feel it all.
You're not married in this situation.
Oh boy, this is gonna be something fucked up.
Yeah.
It is. Who's the most attractive woman in the world that you think, like, famous-wise?
That's a good question. It's going to take too long, so we'll just say for the sake of your story, we'll say Mila. Ooh, you said ooh?
I mean, that's not ew, but I definitely.
Well, who do you think?
I would say Jennifer Aniston.
You said ooh to Mila, but pick old ass Jennifer Aniston.
Way better than Mila.
Okay, whatever.
All right. She's gonna blow you, but while she's blowing you, she's getting a tattoo. Would you let it happen?
While she's blowing me, she's getting tattooed?
Yes.
Why would that affect me?
Because what if it hurts her?
Well, she's got to stay still, regardless.
What if she bites down?
That's not your first reaction.
I don't know.
I've never been tattooed. I'm like, oh my God.
That's not
They're
what
like,
you do
shit.
all the time? You don't just sit there in the chair like,
No. Just clench down with my mouth? No.
Like, you ever went, like...
No, usually when I have something, like usually my shirt or my phone balled up, I'm like, oh, this is rough. Or I'll just be like, oh, stop it. Like, but don't stop it because I want it to be done. Because that
like, oh,
sucks.
stop it. No, not you.
Like, stop it. No, I'm talking to myself. Don't stop.
Don't stop.
I still want this to be 2 sessions, not 3. That's another session of suck.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know why I thought of that.
We should get Mark tattooed.
I want to get some. I need to get something. Because I know. I mean, everybody's getting them now. Not like they're not an odd thing to get tattoos now, too. I mean, I guess it wasn't that long ago that people were getting them. Can't say that they've been around forever. And
They've been around for probably longer than you think.
I just like that they calmed down a little bit, so the prices are going down a little bit.
I mean, I know tattoos in general have been. Back in the medieval times and stuff, I'm sure.
I think majority of what drives the tattoo prices are the machines and the price of the ink and shit now. Because there was a lady that was tattooing when we were getting ours in Vegas. Couldn't even hear her. I didn't even know she was tattooing. I looked over and she had this guy laying down there. I thought maybe she was like drawing a freehand or something. She was tattooing the whole time. Couldn't even hear her machine.
Really? But no, I mean, like when Ink Master and all that first started, like everybody was just going out getting tattoos blindly, and everybody's getting them in the basement and this and that. Like,
would you do that? Like, be a guest on the tattoo?
I would.
Get a free tattoo?
Because I read about it.
On Ink Master, I would only because of what he's about to say.
Yeah, I read about it. And they said, like, when the judges do you got 5 minutes, they film it all at one time. And then one guy said that they don't leave tattoos unfinished.
Okay.
They finish their tattoo. So, like, you see them down to the wire, but they're not really down to the wire. They get to finish the tattoo.
And they allow good, like, they wouldn't just have, like, Brad said, I'm a tattoo artist, and goes out for the show.
Like, these guys that have been tattooing.
True, because they out of their comfort zones and stuff, but, like, they try, even them on the show tell them,
Yeah.
I can't really do that. Can you pick something else?
Guys have been tattooing for a long time.
I get that.
But there's been a lot of times the artists be like, I can't do what you're asking me to do. And they're like, I don't care. And they're like, okay. Like, I warned you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, a lot of them, the contestant does that themselves.
I'm pretty sure they get those fixed for free, too. Pretty sure or maybe for a price, but they'll get them fixed.
Right.
But, like, you ever watch Miami Ink? Where they had that dude on there with Yami. He was it Yoshi or Yoji? And they made him, he was like their shop guy, and made him seem like an apprentice. Apparently he had been tattooing for like 10 to 12 years when that show was on.
Oh, right.
And they just made him look that way. But apparently he was a badass tattooer. Because he was on there with Nunez.
Yeah.
He might have been like he was probably apprentice at the shop he went to Just because they're probably like good tattoo artists. And they're like, we want you to see how we do things. And
I mean, it was Ami James and Nunez there, and Nunez is badass.
but
I don't know.
no, I wouldn't just blindly be like, "Oh, I'll be on your tattoo show."
I wouldn't
would
go
do
for
something.
my first one.
No, because you're gonna piss somebody off.
Yeah.
Plus, you don't know how it feels.
Right.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't go for my first
Look
one.
like a newbie.
Yeah, you'd be the one passing out.
Crying.
I got that.
You think you'd pass out?
No.
You think you'd throw up?
Have you passed out or threw up?
Yeah, I've thrown up after one.
Have you?
Yeah, when I got
I
home.
might get nauseous.
When I got home, I threw up like, I don't know, it was probably 3 hours later.
Really?
Yeah, it was strange. I'd been home, I think I ate, and then I threw up.
I could see
And then I
me
felt,
nauseous
and
from my
then,
nerves.
but I don't know why.
I don't think I'd pass out.
Would you ever get branded?
Oh, I thought about that.
Have you seen those?
Yeah, you mean like the frost or the heat?
Either one.
I'm interested in them.
The frost, I heard, damage you more than the burn. Like, a lot of people do it, and it just, if you don't do it 100% correctly, it will, like, rot your skin and shit, and it doesn't come out like it should.
I'm interested
I guess
in
I
it.
could see that.
I just don't, I don't know what, they don't just make too many custom brands, so
No.
you'd have to get a brand of something, which I wouldn't do, but, I would.
I
If I had something that I was into, like if I was on like Yellowstone and stuff, I'd get branded.
I heard it's like, it hurts, but not as bad as you think when it happens, because it's so hot that it just, you're more in shock, but the next days to follow, I heard, are miserable.
Right. Yeah, I could see that. I wonder. I would think that the frost one would hurt less, but maybe not.
Well, you've had propane freaking spray in your hand before.
Yeah,
It burns
that's true.
because it's so cold that it burns your. It's actually burning you.
Right.
So
But I've also put my hand above a flame and it's hot and it burns more.
I'll pay to get you a nice burn. You pay to get him a brand. You pick an arm. You tell us which one hurt worse.
No. I think if I do that, any tattoo should be easy for me.
Yep, it will be.
Either pick a buck cheek or
Because if you're going to get branded, I'm branding you.
Oh yeah. So you're like,
Yeah, I'm be like, hold on, like
fucking
show
Brad
me
do it
where.
upside down.
Like,
You ever see the Key and Peele when they're branding each other and he puts it upside down?
who was it on Jackass that was getting tattooed in a car? And they were just hitting bumps, and it's just going everywhere. And it's just going everywhere.
Were they?
Yeah, and it's just going everywhere.
I would not do that.
The people in Jackass, they were crazy. Some of the stuff that they did.
Yeah, they were all high.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to be.
I mean, you saw how well Knoxville aged.
Yeah.
And he was one of the few that wasn't high.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't have as much crap happen to him as a lot.
In the originals, he did.
I don't know. I still feel like Knoxville got away with a lot of stuff.
He did all the
He did
easy
do
ones.
stuff, but
He was the
you
face.
had Steve getting all the crap, and then
Ryan Dunn
Ryan
and
Dunn. He was like he probably got some of the worst ones.
Bam and what was the other guy? The guy that used to dance in freaking Speedo all the time.
Chris Pontius,
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
party boy.
Party boy. He was crazy too. Oh, that's funny.
When they did Wild Boys, that was awesome.
Yeah. I remember that show.
You ever watch his podcast or clips of his podcast? It's
I
hilarious.
had one.
Yeah, he talks about all kinds of stuff they used to do.
Oh, really?
All the drugs they used to do. He talked all kinds of shit.
I used to like a lot of different reality TV until you learn that
It's not as reality as you think.
no, most of it is situational, I should say.
Correct. Absolutely. It's all staged, majority of it.
Oh, I believe that though.
I just wonder how much like is of the other ones. Like Your Amazing Race or Survivor and all that.
That I
like
couldn't tell you.
Naked and Afraid or
You ever watch Traders?
I never even heard of it.
It's pretty good.
what's that?
Is it about traders?
Absolutely, it is.
Like,
You like all these people go into a house. It's a mansion. It's filmed in Ireland, but they go into a house, and your goal is to find out who's the traders,
Okay.
and then traders are selected.
Is this where the fans vote on who's going to be
No.
Okay.
No, so then the traders are selected, and the traders' goal is to not get found out. So the other people call themselves the faithfuls. So their goal is to blend in, to be a faithful, and not be found out as they're actually a traitor. And they go in and have secret meetings and vote people off, and you got to figure out who's a traitor.
How many traders are there?
3.
3. Okay.
how many total people?
Oh,
15.
quite a few.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's actually a pretty good show.
No, I never even heard of it.
Yeah, it's pretty good because then you watch it and they're like, "Oh, this is a traitor," and you're just watching like, "Oh, no, it's not."
What are you watching on?
I think it's on Peacock.
Okay.
It's a good watch
Yeah.
for a reality show.
I
It's
know
pretty
we
good.
keep talking about
Because
it.
they still have to do. Yeah, there's 3, I think,
3?
and they still have to go do challenges to win money, kind of like
Big Brother, kind of.
kind of like the actual challenge. Like they're usually
Oh,
pretty
really?
physical challenges, and they got to go. But there's like Real Housewives on there. One season has CT
Really?
and Trishelle on there. But yeah,
And I know we keep talking about we need to watch Extraction.
yeah. And then you say there's only one season.
Yeah, because it came out like it aired right after the Super Bowl. That was the first episode.
Oh, because I was waiting because I thought they were still making episodes, so that's why I didn't bother watching it yet.
No, I think it should be done by now. But the first episode was after the Super Bowl. Have you heard of that one? Brad got really confused when we tried to explain it to him, but it's kind of like you're in the woods or somewhere, and the only way you can leave if you there's challenges and stuff, and the only way you can leave if your family members are watching. They have to hit a button that lets you out. But once you're out of the game. So if your mom's watching and your mom's like, I can't watch Mark go through this anymore, and hits the button, she just costs you
Come out.
she just costs you $1 million.
Ooh.
But like the one kid on the brief was showing like, Mom, please hit that button. Hit that
Yeah,
button.
he was cussing at them and they refused.
She pushed the button away like, hit the ass and stay
Yep,
there. Like,
because he was
So
cussing.
Like really bad. Like
I don't know. I mean, like they're out in the wilderness.
They
I
don't
don't know if they're.
challenge.
Well, he was mad because they gave him a fishing pole and he didn't like the way the fishing pole was. So he went off about that and he was calling them all types of names.
Really.
He was pissed.
But like,
if he's gonna act like that, he can stay.
those people like going through shit. Like, I'm like I just need to get out of here. And like people won't hit the button, or they do, or someone got the button pushed and they didn't want to leave.
Huh.
But they were like, I just couldn't see you go through that anymore. They're like, fuck you. Like, I didn't want to leave. And
Is it a lot of money?
probably like $1 million or whatever.
And the reason I got confused was they said your family decides if you leave or stay. I thought your family was with you. If it was like a survivor type of thing, like my family's voting me off, like what that? You don't get to vote me out.
I could see that.
But his mom be watching the whole thing, and if he was like, Mom, I don't care what I say, unless I physically say push that damn button, you don't touch that thing.
Right.
Don't touch it.
Yeah, I would feel.
Brad like holding his other arm because it fell off. He's like, don't hit the button.
It's fine. I got another one. I got another one. And then I'd paint my hand like a person, almost like Wilson, but with a hand.
If this is gonna get weird, if you gave yourself a handy with the other arm, is that you or is that like a Dutch rudder?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know if you can get your hand to stay that way.
Look at Morris sitting.
You have to keep it there until it did.
Yeah.
Eventually it will go away though.
Look at Morris.
I think. That is only so long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to keep my arm forever. They'd have to sew it back on at some point. I wouldn't be able to just wave it around.
Sir, you got a question? Just over here.
Hey, it's my arm. Fuck.
Maybe not, but I
Can I get a Band-Aid?
Walk it off.
Like, this really sucks. It's okay. I'm just bleeding out. Don't hit the button.
That's funny.
I think it's grounds for suing. This wasn't supposed to happen.
I mean, depending how you lost it. Bear? Yeah, you probably sue. They should put you in bear country.
Yeah, you can't put me in bear country.
No, the show.
You sue the bear.
I won.
It's not the bear's fault.
I get all your honey pots.
Now go put on pants.
It's not the bear's fault. Yeah, it is the bear's fault.
Yeah, but it's not the show's fault either.
Why?
If they put you in an area with
They
bears,
shouldn't put me with bears.
What if it's not in an area with bears? What if the bear wandered off?
Then that's the show's fault. Somebody should have been paying attention that the bear's
I
gone.
don't know.
I don't think someone had the bear and he just walked over like
Say that with anything. So if a spider dropped down on you and
that's
No,
different.
that's different.
no, you could die from the spider bite.
Because you can go to areas of the country where there are no bears.
You could go to
Where are you going somewhere where there's no spiders?
Antarctica about it.
water.
Huh?
Underwater.
Those
In
water
the water.
spiders.
Huh?
Those water
Ocean?
spiders. Yeah.
I don't think.
Google it.
There's water spiders, but
Okay, but you said on the ocean.
I'm not gonna see
You
giant.
you also can't just wade in the ocean forever.
No.
But
You got to get off and go to land. Once you go to an island, there's going to be spiders.
once you go in the water, now you gotta worry about sharks. Fuck the spiders.
So then we still can't sue the show because they put us in shark infested waters.
Unless the show is called Shark Infested Waters.
The bear jumps out of the water.
Bear shark.
It's not called Extraction. Save me from the bear attack. There's no bears.
How long would you last while surviving from bears? We released 100 bears in the wild, and we gave Brad a 10-minute head start.
Now that you can't sue because you are well aware of what you have gotten into.
It'd also be a show that I would watch.
You would watch me get mauled by bears.
How long do you think you would last?
What am I in a jungle?
Woods.
Woods with bears.
100 bears.
100 bears.
I hadn't eaten.
Are there
in months.
shelters that I can go into?
Maybe.
It's got to be at least one shelter.
Yes. 15 miles away.
I'm lasting all night long. I'm staying there all day.
You're going to make it there?
Yeah.
Before the bears catch you?
Yeah.
Bears can run pretty fast.
They're not running. They don't know I'm there.
Oh, they know.
They have my scent. They just drop them off and say, here's a scent.
They,
They're going to eat when they get let go.
when you fell asleep, they took your clothes, wore them, and cut the cubs' heads, and then put the clothes back onto you.
They are very productive bears.
No, the people did.
I get to the shelter. I'm surviving.
It's
Bear meat.
there's no solid doors. They're all freaking screen
Do I have
doors and
weapons?
screen windows. You have a stick,
That's it?
like a bow,
You got to give me a real
You can
weapon.
make a bow.
I need a
like a
real
staff,
weapon.
like Donatello's bow.
Come on, let's be
When
real.
you'll have to go medieval times and create a
Yeah.
iron,
To find an arrowhead
iron and make a sword.
and tie it. Yeah, I'm going to be forging weapons.
I always thought that would be cool to do, though.
Forge weapons in the woods?
No, forge weapons. Don't you think?
That would
Like-
be cool. That would be cool to do.
You mean like at the blacksmith?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I always thought that.
But,
But I don't think it's realistic to think I'm forging weapons in the woods.
I'm not like, hold on, bear.
hold on,
I got to find bricks to make a oven that would even get anywhere near hot enough. And I'd hope they give me about 2 weeks to even get anywhere near a weapon.
That's true.
Because then I got to find all the metal and melt it
It's true.
and make a mold.
Seems like a lot.
Yeah, no shit. You guys set me up to fail. You're giving me a bow staff to fight bears in a shelter
You said a
full
stick.
with screen doors.
Just a little.
and windows.
Yeah. There's no way to survive that.
You'll have to reinforce the screen doors with.
Leaves.
With leaves. Yeah.
Leaves.
I don't think that's gonna help the bears.
There's only one way to do it: kill a bear, and then wear its skin.
Take over a bear and ride it into battle.
I have to kill a bear and wear its skin.
Befriend one of the bears.
Excuses.
Who said that?
Excuses.
Susan.
My mom. Excuses. It's a bow staff with 100 bears. I can't even get a sword.
By the sound of it, your mom's not gonna eject you from.
No, she's not ejecting me.
All right.
I'm staying.
Bow staff and a pocket knife.
In a pocket. All right, that's better. At least I can get the pocket knife attached to the bow staff, and you have some type of weapon.
He stabs the first bear, the knife just falls off. He's like, well, I don't have a knife anymore.
One stab and it comes off and it's still stuck in the bear. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna fuck this pig. I gotta get that knife back.
The bear's out for vengeance.
All right, that's a problem. You know what? Why don't we just up the ante and one of the bears is Cocaine Bear?
Ooh.
Let's do that. Now
That's
we
crazy.
got one Cocaine Bear loose.
Your only friend is a falcon.
My only friend is I can't get a vulture.
Falcons are faster.
And what am I gonna do? Everybody knows I'm there. I'm gonna send memos. Everybody knows where I'm at. You're watching me on the TV.
benefits of a Vulcan over a Falcon?
A vulture. Don't they
Vulture,
eat? Don't they eat dead things? Then I have a good chance of finding some food.
Oh, I thought they're
Okay.
just gonna eat rat.
No, you have a good chance of finding some food if you follow the
Dead
vulture.
things? Yeah, okay.
I mean, at least you gave me a falcon and not a fucking
Pretty sure
owl.
a Falcon will find food.
Who said an
I
owl?
figured that's what you would say. Oh, your best friend's an owl who does nothing.
Yeah, he says who?
Just who? Like me, motherfucker. I'm eating the owl.
All right, if you
I'm
could have,
eating the owl.
if you have one animal friend
A tiger.
Tiger?
against 100 bears,
All I need is to get through a couple.
so you're gonna lead him bait?
Yeah. He's gonna sleep at the doorway.
That's your friend.
He's taking at least two out.
No, Brad.
What would you pick? As your animal.
A bear?
A dinosaur.
Nope,
Like
can't
a
do that.
Yeah.
Fuck you. You don't get a dinosaur. You get choices of a kitten or a fucking chihuahua. That's what you get. You gave me a stick. Fuck off.
But I gave you a falcon, and that wasn't good enough.
Okay, you can have a kitten or a chihuahua, and I'll give you how about a flamingo? That's your best friend.
At least my bird gave you a flu. What's my weapon?
Your weapon, a spoon.
Riddick did it, and
Use the cup.
oh yeah, the cup.
I find a way to survive. I'm a survivor.
Mark gets a chipmunk, and his weapon,
Rude. I'm surviving this.
and his weapon will be
A dildo. A big floppy one.
Bears are coming near me. I'm like, come on, bear.
Come on, bear.
Some of this?
deal.
Hey, bear. Maybe you get double.
How will you ever get your nap in?
I don't know how I'm gonna nap in. Well, now I'm in my tiger will protect me, so I can get at least an hour. I don't know how you're surviving with a chipmunk and a dildo. Double cider.
We'll see.
The double cider.
I'll survive. That's all I need.
Hey, he's got a kitten and or a chihuahua in a spoon.
With flamingo.
Yep. That's his bird. You still need a bird, don't
Yeah, I
you?
need a bird.
You need a bird. Your bird will
I want a
be
cool bird.
The hummingbird.
Why do I
a
get
woodpecker.
that
You get a
You know what?
woodpecker.
all? I get a chipmunk and a woodpecker.
I'll give you a talking parrot,
No, that's,
so you can tell everybody your last word.
no, that's going to be the first thing that goes. 'Cause I'm going to keep making it talk, and the bear can attack the parrot.
Yeah.
I'm over
That
here.
might be a good one. That might be a good one, actually.
I just figured it would tell us your last
So you
word.
use the parrot as bait.
The parrot just comes, finds us.
You're only taking out one bear that way. You got 99. How long do we have to survive this?
week.
Holy fuck.
That's a long time.
That's a long time.
You get a backpack full of food, and water.
A backpack full of food, one water.
And water.
Do you have in your backpack something to filter water?
You get clean water the whole time you're there.
Okay. How?
You just have enough water to last you a week.
And I have to carry all of that. We have to carry enough water to last a week.
You have a bottle that never runs out of clear water.
There you go.
That's better.
Magical bottle.
Yeah, so it just refills automatically.
You have 5 matches.
5.
That will light no matter what.
Okay.
Now
Now this is getting a little better.
a blanket.
A blanket. Okay.
Any other crazy things?
Oh. You can ask for 2 things during this week,
Falcon delivery.
but it can't be a weapon, and it can't be for the bears to be dead.
So 2 things. You can ask for 2 things, not a weapon. Okay.
And you can't ask for the bears to be dead.
Okay.
Or to be somewhere else or anything like that.
Okay.
What'd you ask for?
What would I ask for? I can ask for 2 things. Correct? So, I'm probably waiting. I'm there 7 days?
Full 7.
Full 7 days. Okay. I'm waiting until day 3. And I'm probably getting new clothes. Because it'll be fresh. It'll be refreshed, socks, shoes, we're good to go. And then I'm saying day 5. Probably going to ask for food.
That's what you're gonna. On day 3, you're gonna want new clothes.
I feel like I would, yes.
And day 5, he wants food.
Yes.
That one I can understand.
Now I'm only 2 days away.
But day 3, you get clothes. You still have to.
Yeah.
4 days.
Yeah.
I'd ask for a horse or a 4-wheeler.
You don't lose your other clothes, though. I just get new
Wash
clothes.
them.
I'll just wash them. So while they're drying,
Have daily
yeah,
clothes.
I'll have fresh clothes.
So why not get day 1?
Because I feel like 3 days you can wear clothes.
I think that's for like a horse or like a 4-wheeler.
You don't get anything like that.
I didn't say.
You can't get a 4-wheeler. You're in the forest. You're going to be running in the trees.
I feel like the noise from a 4-wheeler is going to alert every bear.
Yeah, and there's no path.
How about a horse?
Sure. We can make it glue. You can have all the horses you want. You still got to be able to guide it somewhere.
I'm going to ride it.
I feel like you can't. You know what a forest is, right? Like, you can maneuver through a forest on a horse.
But you still have to know where to go.
Right.
You're really going to ride aimlessly on a horse? You're going to run into bears eventually.
No, I get it, but you're
And that bear is taking out your horse.
you're not wrong, but your reasoning behind it just sounded weird.
But what are you asking for?
No, hold on. She goes, you know what a horse is, don't you?
I'm well aware, but you still have to have a goal where you're riding it to. Otherwise, you're just riding a horse to be riding a horse.
Maybe it's in
I mean, a horse is faster than walking and running for a bear.
Okay, you just ride to nowhere.
Nowhere's better than bears are.
There's always going to be bears there.
what if they're all in one corner?
All 100 bears are sitting in one corner.
Yeah, they had an orgy and now
Hey,
they're.
but you won't know that.
No,
What if I'm hunting
unless
the
you're on a
bears?
horse.
What if I'm
You
hunting,
still won't know that if you're on
What
a
if
horse.
I'm hunting the bears and they haven't realized that they're the victims? We're doing like a full U-turn the predator.
Nothing about either one of you says you're going to hunt a bear.
I'm not.
You're definitely not hunting a bear on a horse.
Not with my chipmunk.
So what are your 2 things you would ask for?
I don't know. Probably a better animal.
You can't. You're assigned to what you're assigned to. Take your chipmunk, put it in your pocket. That's your friend.
How about your chipmunk does no karate?
That's pretty sweet chipmunk. I mean, I don't think chipmunk karate chop at a bear is going to do anything, but it's still pretty cool.
They can't decipher you between you and a bear. So it might karate you.
That's a horrible idea.
Mark gets randomly flipped and it's like... Sorry, you
outside. Knocked out.
snuck up on me. Would
So
you
what
want
do
your
you-
animal to be able to talk?
I feel like that would be beneficial just because you're going to get bored talking to yourself.
Yeah. I feel like 7 days I could do, but if it was like a long time, you'd start having, it would start mentally breaking you down, not having anybody to talk to.
I mean, from the jump, I'd be talking to myself. I'd be singing songs and
Yeah.
just to pass the time away.
What if you came across the bears and they was all dead? Would you be more scared?
No, my only goal is to survive bears. If they're all dead, my goal is achieved.
But something killed those bears.
Yeah, and if something else kills me, boom, we sue the show. Because I am there to survive bears, not anything other than. So if something else is there, then I win.
It was a herd of rabbits.
Regardless, I win.
That would be like what's it? Freaking the rabbits from what's the movie called? I can't think of it now.
So you never said what you would ask for.
I know. I'm trying to think. So I can't say anything stupid like a horse.
That was dumb, I guess.
No, I'm saying
Yeah, that's
seems
pretty
like a smart idea to have something that travels fast.
and loud. That's what I would
I
use.
mean, it's quieter than a four-wheeler.
A four-wheeler would have served no purpose.
I mean, until I had a tree, I could get away pretty
Yeah,
quick.
and do you go down the what? Maybe one half a path you found and it went straight down the cliff?
I can't ask for like a rifle.
No weapons.
No weapons. Now, you could ask for the stuff to build a weapon, but you would have to know how to, like...
Well, then one would be a bow. Because is that a weapon?
It's a weapon.
So give me a freaking stick that's curved and a string. I'll
Okay.
make a bow.
Okay, so now you have a bow.
Bears are really scared of bows.
No, I'm saying. But... Oh wait, we get food, don't we?
Huh?
I'm thinking of survival.
You get food.
I asked for food.
Yeah. So you wasted one of your wishes. I don't know. I think.
Did I waste one of my wishes?
You did. I said you get
Is that a
all
waste?
the food and water you get.
But is that a waste?
To get more.
Yeah,
food
and then I can just leave it as
Huh?
I go. I can just leave it as I go.
You can do that regardless.
But then I'm wasting the food I would need. Now I'm just wasting extra food, and they'll never find me because it's all going to be left.
Yeah, but what's stopping you? Your wish of food isn't going to help you.
Actually, the best wish would be you wish for it to be wintertime. The bears go hibernate.
It's not a bad.
I can't wish for that. Then the show is pointless.
But you'll survive.
And we did all this for nothing.
Oh no. It's not too many things to wish for if you.
I don't know.
Now, what if we were all in this show at the same time?
Like as a team,
No.
or we're all
Nope.
against each other?
Against
One
each
for
other?
all.
But
All for one.
could there be
Is
multiple
it like
winners?
last person survives.
Mm-hmm.
Or could there be multiple winners?
No, as long as you all survive, you can all win.
Would you want
You,
to team
you
up?
cannot team up. You cannot team up.
Can we team up from afar?
I'm cutting your Achilles tendon.
His?
Oh mine.
I'm leaving you there.
That's not very nice.
Because I feel like I'd find you first.
Well, you can't do that with the fucking knife stuck in the bear. So good luck with that.
Well, that's if that
I'm
happens.
just saying.
But that's if that happens.
You would never get close enough because I would shoot you with my bow.
What would you do with the chipmunk?
And my chipmunk would karate chop you.
He karate chop my tiger as he eats them
How come you got a tiger and I couldn't pick my animal?
because you decided my weapon was a stick.
Yeah, I'd take a stick if I could get a tiger.
That is true.
Fine then, reverse. We can all pick our animals. I'm picking an elephant.
An elephant?
And I'll just ride on top of the elephant the whole time.
Until they attack the
That's
elephant.
not noisy.
So you mean tell me the elephant can walk through the
Yeah.
woods, but a four-wheeler can't?
It's a natural
A four-wheeled-
elephant that can fit between the trees.
Elephants do walk through the woods.
And four-wheelers don't.
There's no path.
And a horse doesn't?
You need a path to drive a four-wheeler through the woods.
But
Go take your
telling
fence
me-
down and drive a four-wheeler through there.
You're telling me a horse cannot maneuver through the woods better than
I never
an
said that.
elephant?
I never said that. I said you had to have a destination.
But how can the elephant maneuver in the?
Eventually, you're gonna have to stop on your horse. And where are you stopping? Where are you running from?
What are you doing with your elephant?
I'm just sitting on top of it. It's an elephant.
Till the bears attack.
I'm Prince Ali. Well, that's same thing until a bear attacks your horse.
I think a horse is gonna.
A horse is gonna stand up and fight a bear.
No, it's gonna run from the bear. It's gonna.
And then what? Matt has to hope that he's on the horse.
Yeah.
So he has to stay on the horse. Yeah. No different than me staying on an elephant.
If the bears attack your elephant, though.
Is the bear's not gonna attack a horse? No, there's 100 bears. You're bound to run into multiple.
I guess.
So you have this horse that can just run unlimitless for 7 days. It can never stop.
No, but it can run out of the. How big is this area? Like, is it like a small area that there's 100 bears?
We never decided that.
Do I have room to run?
I was just told we were in a forest with 100 bears.
200 acres of forest.
200 acres for 100 bears?
That's not a very good. Now, how's that horse going to have to run in circles for 7 days straight?
Yeah. You're not going to last long on the elephant either.
I'm going to last about as long as the horse does.
I'll just stay inside.
Yeah, you with your screen doors.
Mm-hmm.
You know, good job.
Yeah,
hope you don't eat your food.
I wish for doors.
No.
Why? I wish for an awful lot of things, I feel like. Everything I wish for, you can't do that.
I vote we take the wishes away.
And take the wishes away. I wish your wishes go away.
All right. You can bring 3 things with you.
We wasted a lot of time on that.
I know. You can bring 3 things with you. One can be a weapon. But if you say a gun, you get limited ammo. Limited.
Okay.
Like, you get 10 shots.
Okay.
You can wish for almost anything that has nothing to do with the bears and you surviving. Like, you can't say, I wish to be in another place, or I wish I'm bringing a tank with me.
And you get unlimited wishes. Is that what you said?
No, like, you just can't. You can bring 3 things, but you can't bring, like, a tank or anything like that. Like,
I'm still taking a sword.
I'm still taking a bow. Do I want to get 10 shots with the bow?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
I can craft arrows.
But you can craft more, you can retrieve yours.
That's true.
I'm still taking a sword.
A grenade launcher.
With 10 shots?
With 10 shots, you're going to set the forest on fire.
And you're going to die from fire.
Well, yep, you can't see the show because you did that to yourself.
Grenade launcher. Some type of sharp weapon like a spear.
How many weapons do you get?
I said you get to bring 3 things with you.
You're going to use all weapons?
And food.
I'm taking the magical container with water.
Yeah, I'm taking that.
I'm taking a sword, a magical container with water, and food.
I'll take a
or
magical
a tiger.
And then I'm gonna. There's got to be a way to be out there and the bears don't attack you.
They can climb trees, so.
But that doesn't mean they're gonna attack you.
That's true.
That's
They're
true.
not all aggressive, probably.
So how do you figure that out?
What kind of bear is it?
I don't know. Cocaine
25 bears of each species.
and 1 cocaine bear.
Like
Black bear, grizzly bear,
koala bear,
not a koala bear.
Panda bear.
panda bear.
Those, they kill themselves. Those are the dumbest bears
What
of
about
all.
one? Fan.
Nailed it.
And polar bears that can survive in any region.
Then I'll go make friends with the grizzly bear so the grizzly bear can kill everything else.
I don't think I'm taking a weapon. I might not take a weapon. Because I look at it, if I take a weapon, that just helps you guys. If I start killing bears, that helps you guys. If I just find a way to
Survival
evade,
aspect. He can't let us all 3 win.
if I find a way to evade the bears, you guys have to kill them all.
I think I'd follow Brad and like put food down.
Yeah.
So it goes.
You would never be able to follow me.
On your elephant? It'd be real hard to
You would never be able to.
Oh, there's Brad. Anywhere you
I'm
go.
taking the elephant out. I'm not even taking an animal.
Just the elephant?
No, no animal.
You're not taking any animal?
I'll take a sword just in case I need to make some food, catch some food, but not for killing bears.
So I'll take I don't think I necessarily need food. So I'll take a bow and an axe for fires and stuff. Wood, shelter. And then non-stop water.
I might take. This is my final pick. I'm taking a sword and a shovel
Shovel?
with my backpack full of food and water. Because I feel like we get that regardless.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's given to you. I'm taking a shovel.
Why shovel?
Because you can build a shelter underground.
Right where bears can get to you and you can't get out.
Where are you going to build your shelter? Up in the
windows so that it can escape from?
Where?
On the ground?
So
You're going to build a hut
Yeah.
on the ground.
No, I'll build a log cabin. I have an axe.
On the ground.
Have you ever seen
The bears can go into.
No, I'll make a door. I'll barricade it with sticks.
barricaded.
So they're just going to randomly just sniff out me underground and not you in a hut.
With my fireplace going cooking food.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're attracted
I'll have a
to.
great time. Playing music.
With what?
With the music I create.
We'll see. One day we're gonna see if we can survive bears. I guess.
There is only one way to find out.
There is.
Anybody see this show that has the money to sponsor this show? Let us know.
We need a GoFundMe.
When bears attack.
We're gonna need another GoFundMe for Mark's Achilles.
Reconstruction surgery.
Yep.
Well, tune in Wednesday. We'll be back Wednesday.
Glad you got. Hope everybody enjoyed that ramble about nothing.
Random.
I liked it.
I enjoyed it. This is how we talk. This is the real conversation that we would have with this not on.
And we have learned that none of us are surviving a bear attack.
That's fair. Mark, thanks for filling in tonight.
Hey, no problem, no problem.
And we'll see everybody on our new day, Wednesday. Be sure to like and subscribe.